How's it going, everybody? You know who it is. My name is Sunwoo, and in this video I want to share with you my 5 favorite things about the Teenage Engineering K.O. My first favorite thing about the K.O. and probably the most important aspect about any music instrument, of course, is the sound. And I can really say that the K.O. doesn't disappoint in that department, which I think is also owed in part to its amazing master compressor, which we are going to check out now. First, let's listen to the beat without the compressor. And now let's turn up the drive. And you can hear the compressor is reacting a lot now. And let's change the speed. So now we're really destroying things here. And it gets crunchy. But of course, you can also use the compressor in a more subtle way. But whatever the case, I think the compressor always sounds really nice and contributes a lot to the overall sound aesthetic of the K.O. But not only does it have the master compressor, you also have one send effect, which we can access here, and let's just send the drums through that maybe. So we've got the reverb here. There's also a delay. Which sounds nice and gritty. But really all of the effects sound pretty amazing. Definitely the sound is amazing. And while we're at the topic of drums, let's talk about these wonderful buttons right here. Not only do they look really nice, they also feel amazing like mechanical keyboard switches. And they can also be velocity sensitive. Let's turn that on in the system settings. Navigate to pad, to velocity. And now we can turn it to high or low. Let's select low right now. And now if I play my hi-hat, you can hear that it gets louder the harder I press. And of course, that is really cool for finger drumming live to get some more movement and more liveliness into your drum patterns. Anyway, I'm not the best finger drummer, but I think you get the idea. And the cool thing is that this velocity sensitivity also works when using the note repeat function like this. So let's try to incorporate that into our sequence. I'm going to use this sound up here, this little shaker. And now I'm gonna record. And you can hear how easily you can get something that is a bit more moving instead of just a static shaker. It's really easy to do this with the note repeat combined with the velocity sensitivity. The next thing that I really like about the K.O., which makes it my favorite instrument at the moment, is its immediacy. Because whenever inspiration strikes, this is definitely the first one I pick up, just because it's so easy to get going and so quick. When you turn it on, there's not a long boot time like you would have with some more complex devices maybe. And if you want to sample something, it's as easy as pressing sample. And then I press a key. And I've recorded my voice. And this is super cool, for example, if you want to build up your own sample library. It's so important to have a tool where it's just quick to create a single sample file that's already cut to the length you like and go on and record more sounds. And you see, I've recorded 3 samples. And of course, you don't have to use the internal microphone. Again, you can plug something into the input and use a better microphone, for example. But in a pinch, the microphone is definitely usable if you want to just add a quick percussive instrument, or, as I did before, use my voice and put it into a beat. I've certainly done that before and it works well. And talking about the vocal sample, this leads me to another thing that I really like about the K.O, and that is its time stretch feature. So before we get to that, let's select the vocal chop. And now I'm going to go into the sound edit menu by pressing Shift and Sound and move over to time stretch, where we've got the little bunny here. And as you can hear so far, this sound is really, really short. And what I like to do is take these short sounds and really stretch them extremely. And you can hear that you get this really nice granular sound. And of course, what do we like to do with granular sounds? Of course, add a little bit of reverb, or quite a lot of reverb. So let's do that. Which I think is pretty cool, and we can also play this chromatically. And we don't have to play it monophonically, but we can also play it polyphonically. Again, we're going to go in the sound edit menu and change this sound to the keys mode. And now and you can hear how out of a tiny little sound snippet you can create really lush pads of some sort. So that's really nice in terms of the experimental side of the K.O. There are things you can do to get more than just the usual boom bap sampling out of this. Definitely also useful for something like ambient music, for example. And yeah, experimentation really can lead to some nice little results. The final reason why I really love the K.O. is its portability, because not only can I power it off USB, but also on batteries, as you can see indicated here. I don't need to use this output here because it's also got a built-in speaker, which, while it's not the best speaker you've ever heard, it's definitely usable in a pinch. And of course, you can also take headphones with you, and you got a perfect portable beat making studio, which to me is just so valuable because you don't always want to sit inside the studio. But when the sun comes out, I really love to sit outside and make music. So that's what I really love about this. It's also fairly light but sturdy. And yeah, the batteries are here. 4 AAA batteries. They last quite a long time, and I really like that these are just normal AAAs, because that means they are user replaceable. And also, pro tip, if you have ever wondered yourself, how do you get these batteries out of there? Use a guitar pick and put that here and do this. But now let's magic these batteries back in there. And that's already it for my 5 favorite things about the K.O. by Teenage Engineering. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks to Perfect Circuit for inviting me. I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, have a wonderful time. Peace.